Hey everybody. So if you'll grab out your vocabulary journal for math, it should be in your 3-ring binder that you've created for me. If you haven't done this yet, please try to do so this week. If you need to put this in a journal, like a spiral notebook, or if you need to put it just on a sheet of paper until you can get you a 3-ring binder, go ahead and do this today. But make sure you write this down, and then make sure you've got a binder for me by the end of the week, because we will use this all year. All right, so we've got a couple definitions we need to put in today. If you looked at the page on Canvas, you've got 3 words in bold print. The first one of them is dividend. So in a division problem, and you should have copied down what division was previously, the definition of the dividend, if we were looking at if our example was, we have 12 on the inside of our vinculum, which is this weird looking line here, also called the radical. I believe we had in our problem, let's just do this. All right. This guy right here, our 12, is going to be our dividend. Ladies and gentlemen, the dividend, the definition of the dividend, is the large number or large group that is divided into smaller equal groups. Now, it is very important that you know that the larger number is divided into equal groups. Division, it's not division if we're not doing things into equal groups. In this case, in our problem, our dividend is 12. It is, in this problem, we're dividing 12 things up into equal size groups. We're actually going to be here dividing it into 4 equal groups, and if we do, each equal group will have 3 things in the group. So this right here is the dividend. We could say 12 pencils divided into 4 equal groups. That would be an example of the dividend. Ladies and gents, a non-example, 12 groups of 3 pencils. If we think about this, 12 groups of 3 pencils would actually be 12 groups, or 3 groups 12 times. That would actually be a multiplication problem. So what we want is a big group, that's this guy, and we're going to make him into smaller equal size groups. If there's anything else you listen to or you see when you read or watch the video today, go ahead and put these guys over here in your notes area. Leave this blank for right now. We'll add to that if we want to later. Hop on down. The next part of our problem is going to be the divisor. So let's do our same problem here. We've got 12 as our dividend. We'll put our vinculum in to show we're doing division. And then we've got the 4 and the 3. Now my divisor is actually going to be 4. So again, we have 12 pencils divided into 4 equal groups. Ladies and gents, your 4 equal groups is your divisor. That's what we're dividing the 12 by. We're taking the 12 and dividing it into 4 equal things. So our definition for a divisor, you could say the number of equal groups we divide our dividend into. Again, a non-example. Let's say 4 groups 12 times. Again, this is going to be 4 12 times, which would be multiplication. That is not an example of the divisor. The divisor is going to be this number, the number of groups that you're going to be breaking this divisor into. Again, if you have other notes or anything else you want to take down while we're moving through here, go ahead, there's room for you to do so. Last but not least, the quotient. The quotient, ladies and gents, if we go through our problem here, 4 on the outside, 12 on the inside, 3 at the top, there's my quotient. There we go. Ladies and gents, so the quotient is the answer to a division problem. But I don't want you to stop there, because that's like the kindergarten version of what a quotient is. It's not just the answer to the division problem. I want you to know what that answer is. So if this is our equal number of groups, or this is our big number that we're going to divide into equal number of groups, and we're doing 4 equal groups, the 3 is the number of items that goes in each equal group. So this represents the number of items or things in each equal group. Getting non-example, 3 things 4 times. That would be 3 times 4, which would give you your inverse, but that's not what we're doing. We want to know the number of things from this big group. Again, if you've got notes or anything you want to write down after that, you can. But these are the 3 things you need to know. Again, real quick, the dividend. This is the large number that you're going to divide into smaller groups. Now, a dividend, I say large, and this is with normal division problems. You can get a number less than 1 from a division problem. If you are doing that, that is actually going to be a fraction, basically. In that case, your dividend is actually going to be smaller than your divisor. But when we're dealing with normal division problems, we'll say it's generally a larger number divided into smaller equal groups. Again, the number of equal groups that we divide that into, that is our divisor. So we're taking our 12 things again, we're dividing it into 4 equal groups, and if we do so, we get our answer, or our quotient, which is 3, and that quotient represents the number of items in each of those 4 equal groups. So 4 equal groups of 3 will give us 12. This is the inverse, or the opposite. Multiplication, again, is the opposite of division. All right, that's all you guys need to know from me today for those things. Make sure you know them. That might be on a test or a quiz later on. Follow down on the next link. So watch us go through a problem here, and then move on down, and we'll do some practice together.